Hello, good morning. It was a cold and frosty morning today, very cold and frosty. We even had to scrape the ice off inside of our windscreen. And John, this is John.
Hello.
John often asks, he wonders, how do those tiny little birds keep warm when it's so cold, or even stay alive? Anyway, John does like feeding the birds, don't you?
I do.
And watching them. And obviously I bake a lot, and I've often got bits of leftover pastry, and this gets put out for the birds and they demolish it. But of course you can just make pastry for the birds, and that's what John's going to do now, because he doesn't know about baking, but do it as quickly as we can. So we've got twice as much flour, ordinary plain flour, to some fat. So we've put 100 grams of flour in here, and on here, John, we've got 50 grams of lard. Now that's not something that I bake with generally, but it is good for the birds. So that's going in, right. Rub it in with your fingers. So obviously we don't need to worry too much about the results in terms of the visual impact or the texture so much, because I don't think the birds are fussed. No. So anyway, but it's the same principle as normal. We've got cold fat. John's rubbing that in with rather meaty fingertips. And then we've got some cheese. So any bits, if you've got a bit of cheese that just needs finishing up, or a bit you find in the bottom of the fridge, just pop some cheese in. You can put also nuts in, as long as they're not salted. Seeds, I've got a few pumpkin seeds left over from Halloween. They can go in. So it's a little patty. And then that's fine, John. And then some cold water. We don't want much, but I think it will take a couple of tablespoons. Just use that knife, John, and just riddle that. Oh no, yeah, that's hazard of the jobs. Your fingers are looking at his fingers. They look but mucky fingers.
Can't be doing with it.
Oh, go on. It's got to be a quick video. Those birds are eating the lunch. Right. Come on, quick. Lovely. Now then, hands in. Normally for us as humans, we would be not wanting to overwork our pastry, because we need it to be tender and flaky and tasty and delicious. Like I say, I'm not too concerned about our feathered friends being bothered, really. But if you want to... So what John's doing now...
Making the mess.
...is... I shall finish it, because I know that... So that you can see... Right, drop it in then, please, John. Right. All right. No, we haven't got the time to do all that messing. So I'm just using a firm... You need a firm hand. You need a firm hand to bring that into a bowl. For human pastry, you'd normally rest it in the fridge for a bit to relax the gluten. But we're not bothering. So we've got a nice ball of dough, John. And yeah. I'm just flattening that down with the palm, heel of the palm, and it can go in the oven like that. If you can see, it's quite fat and thick, like a biscuit, fat biscuit. And you'll just wait there, smile prettily for the camera, and I'll fetch out one we made earlier, John. One we made earlier. So yeah. Oh yes, lovely. Here we are, straight from the oven. The one we made earlier, straight from the oven, right? The birds will eat raw pastry, as long as it hasn't got salt in it, that's the thing. But I just wanted to show you that, when you're using your pastry up, you can put it out. And actually that smells really nice. And we'll let that cool, and then they'll be going out into the garden, and then I'm sure they'll be extremely happy.
I'm sure.
Right. So, it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from him. Bye.
Bye.